Хочу. Квест.
You're back. I don't...
I have it right here.
Lord Devonsey was right about you. I don't know how to thank you enough. Please, take these items. I'm sure you'll need them before you've seen the last of Jane Cassinda.
Ты мне винтовку дай, мужик. Какой мне всякие перчатки. Так, ладно, посмотрим на предметы, что мы можем надеть. Немножко не то. Снаряжение. Винтовка, ловкость, атака вообще улетит в минус. Нет уж, спасибо. Защиту опять упадет. Блин, меня и так пробивают. Вот, воли плюс 47. Но ловкость упадет. Зато защита вырастет. А это плюс. Все-таки мертвый не может дамажить. Нет, это нам не нужно. Это нам не нужно. Так, наша напарница, что там у нее есть? Волю вообще нельзя понижать. Это у нее теперь основная характеристика. Это не подойдет. Это все... Нет. Тоже такая хорошенькая броня, но увы. Ловкость, атака, воля минус. Блин. Ладно, все, продаем тогда. Продать. Только желтые оставляем. Ой, куда что полетело? Вот так вот. Конечно, как показаны кольца, это не совсем удобно. Что я себе могу купить убойного такого? Это не на меня. Опять же, посох. Решительное копье. Очень большой урон, судя по всему. Прям 60 к ловкости, но так упадет. Воля зато вырастет. 34 к атаке не есть хорошо. Это все не на меня. Это вообще мне не нужно, это мне тоже не нужно. Все к минус, к стату. Ну, ловкость минус 22, но идите вы лесом. Ловкость 5-3. Вампиризм плюсом идет. Это есть хорошо. Это я куплю. Все, одели, отлично. Сразу же это продадим. Денежку мы скопили, можем дальше двигать. Что у нас там, королева? Помимо королевы у меня еще были задания. Это письма не то, поручение. С королевой договорить. Да, вот это я хочу выполнить. Вот здесь.
I hear the tunnels have yet to be fully sealed. I hope my requests haven't distracted you too much from the task at hand. The Pay Knight. You have it. Wonderful. You have ensured the future of geomancy. And perhaps the royal line as well. Please, take these items. They're prized possessions from the royal armory. A fair reward for your contributions.
Вот. Вот это я понимаю, награда. А то дал какую-то фигню. Так, выносливость, блок, заключение. Не сильно пострадаем от этого. Блин, только я его купил, мне дали уже другой. Что он мне даст? Даст лед, кровь, минус вампиризм. Блин, какая-то штука-то фигня. Хоть и легендарная типа.
I'm told that the tunnels are sealed and Jane's forces are repulsed. That was fine work. Now she's trying to drill her way inside at the base of the deep well. You heard the noise in the tunnels, no doubt?
What kind of drill are we talking about?
Goblin technology. Easy enough to procure if you have contacts in Stonebridge, and everyone does. We acquire our cannons the same way.
Phineas and I have prepared a trap for Jane. It will require all our remaining stores of black powder.
We'll need to shut down the stone stream. Allow the combustible vapors to accumulate at the bottom of the well.
So if the vapors collect at the bottom of the deep well, we can set off an explosion.
And consume Jane's army and fire. If any survive, they'll surely be crushed by falling rock, and their tunnel will be buried as well. I've taken some of the cannons that you saved from the swamp and set them at the bottom of the well. If Jane's forces break through the tunnel too soon, they'll provide a tactical advantage.
What do you think of our plan? Lord Devonsey is sure it will work, but I should like to hear the Legion's opinion too.
This is the best chance to inflict terrible losses on Jane, and still keep most of your people alive.
You must think of your own people first, Your Majesty. Jane's army will show them no mercy.
Most of Jane's soldiers are deluded and young. What a horrible way to die, for men and women who are little older than me. I'm sorry. You must think me silly and soft. If you and Lord Devonsey are agreed, then I shall trust your judgment.
Phineas will climb to the top of the well and shut off the stone stream. Will you go with him and keep him safe?
Phineas will be safe with me, as long as he stays close.
Right. I've got to fetch a few books and scrolls. I'll meet you at the top of the well.
Что он так наизусть магию не знает? Достижение 20 из 20. Отлично. Возврат урона я вкачал наконец-то. Как же он вкачивается? Повышает урон отражаемый. Там 33% было. Ну сколько максимум будет? 60-70? Не есть хорошо. Лучше я вот это прокачаю, думаю. Выстрел в сердце. Если погибает от выстрела, 6 очков. Блин, 6 очков это один выстрел простой. Так что лучше мне что-то другое поднять. Хилка у меня вкачана. Вот это очень сладкая способность. Некоторое количество. Вот бы знать какое. Давайте тогда полностью ее вкачаем. Новую способность. Так. Каждый уровень повышает шанс на отталкивание. Нанесшего бактерийный удар. Каждый уровень таланта восстанавливает 5 могущества. Наносит урон любому противнику, который стоит на пути ее уклонения. Блин, это прыгнул и стукнул, что ли? Блин, вот. Оттолкнуть это всегда приятно. Что есть у тебя? В человеческом облике, а ты им практически не пользуешься. Так что мы докачаем сейчас. Пламя докачан, шакал. Здоровье признанных огненных шакалов. Выдает ожогов. Так, столб огня я хотел, по-моему, прокачать. Чтобы ты прям разносила всех в щепки. При нанесении критических ударов появляется шанс нанести массовый удар, сбивающийся над противников. Это хорошая вещь. Урон на 10%. Поджигание врага, наносящий удар. Так, сбивание с ног будем качать. Что у нас там с квестами? Дезертиры дня, найти камнеток. Все, отменили. Сохраниться нужно. Что после этих подземелий будет еще там 2, может быть 3 эпизода, и игра уже закончится. Потому что прокачка идет очень быстро. Практически все уже прокачано. посмотрим, может быть, я ошибаюсь. Хорошо, что не приходится, как в прошлых частях серии, носить кучу оружия, чтобы
I've lowered the platform for you. Step onto it.
прокачивать характеристики персонажа. Видите, с руками, ловкостью, способом и интеллектом.
There you are. Let's hurry. I should be able to form a path to the center.
The stone stream. To think of the dwarves who built this device, and all that they knew.
There it is. I've never been this close. Sad that we must put it to rest. This will take a few moments, and all of my focus. Sentinels! They won't stop until I halt the stone stream. Keep them back!
More sentinels, just like the ones in the chapter house.
You are finished!
It's like trying to hold back a river. I'm trying.
They draw them off from the stone stream. All we can do is hold them back.
It's beginning to stop. Just a little while longer.
You must buy Phineas time. Press the attack.
I have it. It's done. I need to rest a while. Go on, quickly. I'll be safe here.
Ну, тоже голду собирает, молодец. Что все, мы возвращаемся. Это было проще, чем целиком.
Phineas did it, didn't he? The fans have stopped, which means that the well is going to be a dangerous place very soon. Unfortunately, it won't be soon enough. Jane's army broke through and her men are storming into the bedrock. Lord Devonsey and his soldiers are holding them off. Help them buy us some time to get our explosives ready. Then we'll send those bastards to Azanai.
А путь направо уже закрыт. А я опять третий уровень примерно включал. Даже четверть все же. Новое поручение, ловушка, лорда Девонса. Сейчас-то вообще махач должен быть. Раз мы прорвались, там толпа, просто сотни воинов. Как в подземелье Dragon Age. Вот там было мясо. Ну что, не сюда разве? Здесь. Как-то так. Указатель меня обманул. Так, что я не понял, он вообще куда показывает? Что за прикол? Все верно, вверх. Теперь обратно. Мне надо бред какой-то. Вот. Все же надо сюда. теперь он свое направление не поменяет? Пока что нет, это есть хорошо. Что-то куплено. Все, выглянули. Спутница, вот. Урон наносить противникам лбом, что ли? Серьезно. Она как лифт. Все просто. Что спрятано? Ничего. Всего лишь 55 минут.
The royalists are fighting below. Maybe...
Fight for Queen Rosalind!
Перебили. Сражаются. Я уже не вижу. Идем на быстрее. Еще поворотов еще. Наши или не наши долго? Вроде наши. Броня наша. Тут вообще выгодная позиция.
I'm glad you're safe. Look, down there. We hold the high ground, but they're pushing us back. My soldiers need your help. You can take the floating platform to the bottom. Thanks to you, we still have our cannons from the swamp. We'll use them to cover you until Roderick signals us all to retreat. Do whatever you can to delay Jane's army. We need more time for the vapors to build up at the bottom of the well.
Знаю я эти ваши пушки, блин, они сейчас по мне долбить будут.
Fuel down here is already found, but not enough to burn. Not yet. The odds are against us.
Решили заставить.
Hold your peace. My Lady Jane Cassinder calls parley.
Lower your weapons. We've come here to talk. I would know who leads my enemy's army. Tell me, why is your face so familiar? Are you the child of some lord that I've slain?
You, of all people, should recognize the Legion when you meet them.
And the girl? The one who stands with you? Why does an Archon fight against her own kind?
Be silent, traitor. You and your handmaids are no blood of mine.
My lady, I know them. These are the Legionnaires who spared my life in Raven's Rill.
Mercy from the Legion? I find that hard to believe. Unless it was some kind of ploy. Violence has always been the Legion's way. Ever since Hugh Montbaron murdered the old king. Did you plan the same for little Queen Mouse?
What did we do to earn your hate? It couldn't have been the death of some distant king.
Some distant king? Yes, he must seem so to you. The old king. The man your Legion sought to murder and displace. He was my father.
And your mother? Who was she?
An Archon, one of the last of her kind, granted shelter and solace by my father, the king.
If your father was the old king, then you and Rosalind are family.
By blood, Rosalind is my niece. But I will never call her kin. Her family stood by, content to watch, while I destroyed the Legion and avenged our father. Only then did they turn against me. They raised an army to put me in chains. A mistake, they'd tell you. If they were not all dead.
Rosalind said nothing of this to me. Does she know that she's your niece?
Perhaps she doesn't know, if her family kept it from her. What better way to let a shameful secret die?
Rosalind had no part in any of this, so why fight her?
Because Rosalind is weak. She could never rebuild this nation alone. She'll be forced to rely upon others, like your Legion. And you will have power over her. But that is what you want, is it not? I have no need to make such bargains. I am strong enough to rebuild my father's kingdom on my own. And greater powers, not of this world, have shown their favor of me. I will not fail.
Начала речь толкать.
We've spoken enough about your father and his kin.
Now you know why I lay claim to this kingdom. I am well within my rights.
What if I take you at your word? Can we negotiate a truce?
They need not be killed, my lady. We could offer exile, or...
Not to the Legion. No. I have heard the voices of my mother's lost gods. On this day, they will grant me victory over you and the Pretender Queen. This parley is finished. Remain here, and you will be slain. Try to run, and I will hunt you down. We shall not speak again.
Something is coming. Something very large.
Ух ты ж, это... Какой-то он злой. Еще и напарник у него.
The war beast lay dead, its fall testament to the might of the 10th Legion. But it seemed a Pyrrhic victory as the Azunite army pushed into the deep well. Hundreds of soldiers poured from the tunnels, easily outnumbering the Royalist forces. You and your allies fled before them, but this was not the defeat it might have seemed. Without the stone stream to refresh it, the air in the deep well was a seething cauldron of explosive gas, awaiting the merest spark. That spark the Royalists were all too happy to provide. The explosion collapsed the well, entombing the Azunites beneath the mountain, and shattering Jane Cassinder's hopes of destroying the Queen. Would that Cassinder herself had been buried there, along with her men. But such an end was not her fate.
Jane's army is fleeing down the mountain. The woman lives, but we're safe from her. For now.
The victory is yours. We owe the Legion our lives.
I'm told that Jane spoke to you. She mentioned the old king, no doubt. And the Legion's role in his murder.
I need to know what really happened. All the facts, no matter how shameful.
Jane Cassinder spoke the truth, as far as she understands it. The commanders of the Legion did conspire to unseat the old king. The goal was never to murder the old king, only to replace him with his eldest son. But the king resisted, and the matter went awry.
You must understand. My grandfather was a monster. Even his own children despised him.
You say the king was a monster. What had he done?
I do not pretend to understand the man, but by all accounts, he was prone to paranoia, irrational rages. He grew jealous of the Legion. Before long, he started seizing our chapter houses and estates, threatening to disband the Legion altogether. So Mont Baron struck first.
If they didn't mean to harm the king, then why was he slain?
I wasn't there when it happened, but I'm told that the king drew a sword. The man wasn't much of a fighter, more a danger to himself than the Legionnaires. Who knows how he ended up with a blade in his gut? All the parties are long dead, and we shall never learn the truth.
Jane told me something else. She said that she was the king's illegitimate daughter.
Ah, the old rumors. I can't say for sure, but I am inclined to believe them.
Jane Cassinda shares my blood? What else have you not told me, Lord Devonsey? The woman lost her father. Her family betrayed her. That doesn't excuse what she's done, but at least now I understand. I would ask one more favor of the Legion. Should you meet her again, will you spare Jane Cassinda's life?
If she's willing to surrender, I'll let Jane live.
Lord Devonsey will surely chastise me for my gentle nature, but I am sure this is the right course. Whatever happens, the Legion has my trust and support.
I shall send riders to all the towns and villages that support the Queen with news of our alliance. You have the word of the Royal Court. All Western Ebb will stand united behind the Legion.
You've done it. You will always be welcome.
We must...